Hello friends, my name is Emile and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic. This time taking a look at the 1998 Mitsubishi Galant Super VR-4. This car was requested by Jason Poland and I am a very big fan of the Mitsubishi Galant. I don't love it quite as much as I like the Subaru Legacy, but I still think the Galant is an absolutely fantastic car, and of course the Super VR-4 is the pinnacle of it. While it is a fantastic car, the racing modifications for this vehicle aren't particularly interesting, and well, the Galants range from not particularly interesting to very, very strange. You've got to see some very interesting colour combinations from the Galants, I assure you. Nevertheless, statistically, it isn't too bad. Four-wheel drive, 469 horsepower, 1,297 kilograms of weight, and a bloody good amount of torque, actually, considering the power figures. Of course, it is turbocharged, as you'd expect. Anyways, it is going to go to the Motorsportsland track, where it's going to have 6 laps to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is a fellow Mitsubishi, a Lancer Evo 5 RS, that set a time of 29.490. I don't quite think the Galant is going to be able to beat the smaller Evo, but it could be in a chance to join it up there. Now, most of the sort of, or should I say, our current leaderboard leaders are all these sort of vehicles. You know, you've got your Evo, obviously, but there's an Impreza behind, or 3000 GT behind that. There's an Impreza, there's a Legacy. You know, all those all-wheel drive, family saloon rally car type vehicles are the ones that currently dominate the leaderboard. So it'll be interesting to see if the Galant can go up and join them. Judging by the way it's driving, it could very well do so. It does feel a little bit heavier than those previous vehicles did. It kind of feels like the Legacy, but not quite as much enthusiasm from the way it drives, which is a bit unfortunate. But nevertheless, it still seems to be holding on pretty well. If it can get into the 29s, it will join the Legacy and so on towards the top. A 30.874. Not a bad time, but we are hoping for a little bit more to come out of this Mitsubishi, and I am hoping for a lot more because I do like the Galant. It's actually quicker for that first section than the Autobacks R34, as we go for a little bit of a detour over the curves there. While it is a bit heavier, it does still have that little bit of a chuckability that these cars are renowned for, or these all-wheel drive rally car type machines. For 30.606 is good. Apparently, there is a bit of understeer in this vehicle, which does mean you do have to sort of take the illegitimate hill line through some of these corners, but it doesn't affect them too much. You know, some people may say, oh, it's cheating, but quite frankly, all of the cars get afforded the same liberty, so it really isn't. A 30.415, good time for the Galant, but the Legacy literally just made it in to the under 30 seconds club with a 20.998. Maybe the Legacy won't quite do that, as sort of a shame as it would be for it to not quite get into that exclusive club. I don't quite think it's just not quite as good as the Legacy was, which is a little bit of a shame to say, but you do win some, you do lose some. I'm not quite sure what the performance figures are like on the other Legacies, whether they are, you know, obviously the Super VR-4, you'd expect it to be the best, but as Gran Turismo has proven, it's a little bit weird sometimes when it comes to what the upgraded cars can get, so maybe there'll be another Legacy that we'll use later on that is actually more powerful than this one, but nevertheless, a 30.415 is going to be the final time for the Galant. Very, very respectable time, certainly. Maybe it's not quite as quick as the Legacy, but quite frankly, who cares? Because that is still a phenomenal lap time at 30.415. It's not too far off the Autobacks R34, which is the fastest car I've driven today. In fact, it could actually be quicker looking at that. Not by much. I don't think you could ever get that thing into the 29s, but yeah, maybe you could get it to go a little bit quicker, 30.3 maybe, but nevertheless, still a fantastic time from the Galant. So let's see where it places on our leaderboard. Onto the leaderboard then, and the Mitsubishi Galant Super VR4 goes into 7th place with a 30.415, a tenth of a second off of the Alfa Romeo 155 touring car, and a little bit quicker than the Skyline R33 V-Spec. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Hot Lap Classic. If you have cars you would like to request for this series, you can do so in the comment section below, and go into the description for a full request list form. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, farewell.